Which are the new cards in this list? All right, I'll give you 10 Marshy points if you can figure out which new cards are in my deck. Find me even one new card in this list. You get 10 Marshy points. You don't get any points for 0. Do I keep Mixologist? I don't know. Maybe. Find it nice switching it up with Arena when the meta feels annoying. Yeah, I'm more likely to play a different game than I am to play a different mode, I guess, as far as like when I'm just trying to have fun for myself. Because like I really do play Hearthstone to get the constructed card game fix. I'm not really as much a turn-based gameplay enjoyer so much as I am a card game enjoyer, so a constructed card game, so that's why like you don't see me trying out Slay the Spire and Balatro. Not super why I play Hearthstone. Cards Priest Pog? It is Cards Priest. It is Cards Priest. Hey! It's pretty rude. Pretty rude, chat. I gots to say. Let's get that cheese going. Not even Spire a little? I haven't tried it. I just I'm not motivated to try things that aren't card games. Like, if I'm gonna play a not card game, I'm probably gonna play like a like I like things like Monster Hunter World and Remnant 2, and like I want to play a character on a controller and run around and do stuff, It's like my other option. Oh, is this 40 card Shadow Priest? Featuring a list of all time? I don't think this cheese is ripe enough. Let's get it riper. Can I try to create a Galakron deck of the 5 classes with the new cards from the expansion? I'm actually not having a super creative day today because I'm about to go on a trip to play some Pokemon cards in person. And so I'm trying to get a lot of videos in a short amount of time. So I'm interested in making Galakron decks, but I think that's going to be more of a, after I come back and I have more time to really fiddle with the list type of stream. Don't know about new cards, but Lotheb is the oldest card in the list. That's fair. It's fair. Really? I don't have a single classic card in here? That's funny. Yeah. Do this in some cheese. Cheese is at 4. That's pretty good. All right. So we got a 4/4, a 4/4, and a 1/1, but a 1/1 forever. Playing a local Pokemon event? No, I'm going to our regionals. Hi, Marshy. What do you think about the new buffs and nerfs that is about to happen? I think that it couldn't be at a less convenient time for me. Because if that's released before the weekends, they typically show the patch notes or show the patch teaser the same week that they come out with the nerfs these days, right? So I can't hope for that to happen on Tuesday. Because if it happened on Tuesday, I'd be back in time. But the I'm pretty sure that by the time you guys see this content on YouTube, the game will have been changed. Wow. All right. Playing games in person sounds cool. It is pretty cool. Yeah, my dad and I are going to the regionals. It's gonna be a cool adventure.
The shadow engulfs us.
Chat, I'm so scared of death. But it looks like it's gonna be okay, right? Even if they had a mind blast in hands. What's my favorite nerf from today's post? My favorite nerf from today's post, depending on how it manifests, is gonna be Reno Lone Ranger. If they go after the card text this time, I'm gonna be so pleased. They go after the non-card text. I mean, what else can they do at this point? Right? Like, this potion is nothing. I guess I'll take that. Why not?
There's simply nothing I can do.
There's simply nothing I can do. Alright, now we have board clears for all those, like, boards. Alright, sick. Good job, Clergy. You, like, take away some of its armor. Yeah, it gains 3 armor. It's released tomorrow, do we know that? Alright, yeah, so, like, I'm gonna be on the road tomorrow. That's the disaster that's happening here, is, like, oh, thank goodness. GG, Shadow Priest, GG. I doubt you have the damage now. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the road tomorrow. And I won't be back until Tuesday, so so yeah, by the time you see this content, it's gonna be outdated, which is why, like, I'm not playing with stuff that's, I'm not gonna play with any stuff that's, like, gonna change. Like, you see that there's no Reno in this list, because I want it to still be watchable, right? Like, I don't want, you know, everyone to skip when they see a changed card, not the way that it's supposed to be, you know? So to that end, I should keep talking about it. I'm not even gonna do the math, right? Like, this is just Giga lethal. Was it lethal last turn? No, right? No way. Was it? No, because, like, I went face with everything, right? Yeah, no, I wasn't lethal. What am I playing at regionals? I'm probably playing Terapagos. I had flirted with the idea of playing Arkelodon EX, but I don't know. We have to get there a day early, so I'm hoping there's going to be a pre-regionals tournament for me to play in the day before, in which case I would play Arkelodon in that, and depending on how it felt, play it on the day of, or not, you know. But yeah, it's probably going to be Terapagos. I have a lot of experience with Terapagos. This is Pokemon irrelevant. So I have a lot of experience with Terapagos, and I don't have, like, another deck that I'm as excited to play as... Wow, this is going to work out just grand. Look at this. I don't have another deck that I'm, like, excited to play, you know, that isn't, like, a bad deck. Because the Arkelodon's okay, but, like, it misses some damage caps that are important. And I think it has a card consistency issue. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. Is my partner anniversary today or was it yesterday? It's hard to say because like Twitch chat was congratulating me yesterday too. Which one is it? Is it Martian Partnerversary week? Do I get it all week? Hello, Martian. Hope you're doing well. I am. How are you? Tragos sounds like a solid choice. You playing the Tord version with the buffs? With the boofs. Yeah, I almost did. I actually took that to, after Tord placed, I took that to a League Cup for the express purpose. I took a card for card copy of his list to a League Cup just for the sake of kind of like getting a sense of it. Because like I wasn't playing with Bouffalants, but something similar that he was doing that I had been doing is running the 2/2 line of Pidgeot, because like getting a Pidgeot prized is really bad for that deck.
There's simply nothing I can do.
Nightshade Tea, right? Does this really not count as quick draw? They only became benevolent bankers this turn. Weird. I mean, it's fine. So yeah, I tried that out. I think the Bouffalants, like, I understand why they're good, and I kind of liked the Penny Turo thing that it had going on. For you Hearthstone people, this is just gonna go way over your head, I guess. So there's a Terapagos deck in the TCG, and one of them, like, normally the deck gets played in such a way. I don't know, is there even going to be a good explanation for this? It's like a slightly more defensive build of a deck that somewhat like a famous player did really well with at a recent regionals. I guess I could have played this and gotten lethal this turn, huh? I should have played this because it would have offered me damage, right? Like if this would have been lethal. All right. Well, it's fine. They literally never win from this spot. How could they? Watch them get there. Do you have to draw into energy in the paper TCG? You do. But yeah, so the Terapagos list is normally pretty like focused on Terapagos and Dust Noir, but this Tord person, it was a pretty like famously good player. It was running a version that had these Bouffalants, which add a defensive element to them, and they just didn't feel necessary in most games. Like the kind of decks where I'd want the Bouffalant to give me some ground can kind of just one-shot the Terapagos anyway, or easily gust around it. And like there are some decks that can really take advantage of the like bringing up a Bouffalant and having it sit active. So I didn't love that list. Like I liked it better because it had 2 Pidgeots in it, but I don't like I had a really hard time justifying the Bouffalants, so I'd rather have the 4/4 Noctowl. I'm debating whether I'm gonna play Switch or if I'm gonna keep Penny or Turo in that slot. Intended synergy. Are we about to get quest locked?
I see you've brought guests.
Should I wait to play this until after I've played this? Or should I just tempo it on 2? I guess ideally we draw the other one. What if it sticks forever against the deck with Brooms and Spirit Bomb? What then? What then, chat? King Luda. What is a King Luda?
There's simply nothing I can do.
I don't know that one. Tempo it on 6 after you play Raza? Oh, okay, cool. Fair enough.
A little agony.
No, don't do that.
Long way.
Don't do that. Chat, what do you think needs a nerf? The Demon Seed or Dark Glare? If you had to pick just one. Alright, you can't have both. If you had to pick, if you could pick one to get nerfed, which one are you doing? Hearthstone, not an option. You have two options: Dark Glare or Demon Seed. Which are you picking? Okay, I guess I do this and that. Ban Demon Seed and move Dark Glare to 2. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, Willen. I don't know. It's a good point. I'll let it marinate. See, the win con is just so sad, man. Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised there's so many people on the Dark Glare train. It just seems so short-sighted. But like, I don't know. People are always saying short-sighted stuff. But like, the Dark Glare mass production combo is the strong part of the deck. But I don't care about the deck being strong. I care about the deck being uninteractable, you know what I mean? So like, for me, it's always a Blightborn Tamsin change. But like, I feel like a lot of people like do have a problem with decks being strong, which is kind of silly because something's always going to be strong, but I don't know. It feels like a really easy Dark Glare is what we should, or a really easy Demon Seed is what we should change to me, but you know, what do I know? Do I think Glare is the best it has ever been right now? Do I think Demon Seed is the best it's been since the ban revert? Is that what you mean? Like, do I think the Demon Seed deck is as good as it's been since it got unbanned? Because that's a very different question than do I think Glare is the best it's ever been? Because the answer to that question is absolutely not. Glare has been 1,000 times better than this. But do I think that the Demon Seed deck is the best it's been since it got unbanned? Yes, absolutely. I think that. Like, I wasn't even... I didn't want a... I was not for a... Do you guys think we can actually hit the Tamsin? I feel like it's so greedy to go for the Tamsin. I don't know, maybe I'll be a little greedy. Maybe just a bit greedy. Tamsin? Like, never get a chance to rat Tamsin. Ah, you hate to see it. But, it's to be expected. At least we can soften up this board a bit, you know what I mean? I want to craft Reno, burn stuff. Only need 3 cards and nothing else excites me. Thoughts? Reno burn stuff? What is Reno? You mean like Reno Warlock? All right. I think it's unlikely. They can, right? They can get me this turn if they have a crystallizer and max productions, but I think the chance is low. But then I can Reno and then I can Lotheb. So like that's kind of my mapping out of my turns. I guess it is kind of possible that they could just get there. Yeah, the race it helps too, right? So maybe they are just going to win this turn. All right, if they're playing that, probably not. One more mass. Be a kobold, please.
You here for the tour?
Oh, sick! This is gonna be fun, right? Ew. That doesn't help. But next turn I can go Lotheb and also Najax. How much of that do you think is because of the meta? Like Demon Seed is so good into Reno piles and those are all really good. I don't think Reno piles are as good as they were like last expansion. Like by the end of last expansion, I think Reno, like the combo control decks had all been kind of figured out and they all just like destroyed Reno piles, which is why you saw such a harsh drop in Reno Shadow Priest decks like this one. So I don't think it's that like Reno piles are good, because that's the reason that Demon Seed was even anything in the last expansion. It was not a good deck last expansion, except that so many people were playing Reno piles because they could get away with it. No way they're gonna trade into the Reno. No shot. Crazy. Yeah, we'll do this and this. I don't know that we're gonna win though. But the Hearthstone means that you can like it's just Hearthstone, right? Like Hearthstone is just really good. Oh my goodness. We just won. Chat won. 16-21, yeah. Nutty! Can't believe we won. But yeah, the Hellstone is the big difference, right? Like now that we have Hellstone, the Warlock just has so much healing and they can complete the quest. Like before, Dark Lair could do all those mass productions and make a big Giants board, but you put yourself in range to die to literally anything. Like even Reno piles can sometimes finish them off at that point. And then it got Hellstone, so now you get this pop-off Dark Lair turn with no downside. So like I think that yes, Dark Lair mass production is the power behind the deck, but I don't mind it being powerful. I mind it being obnoxious, and the obnoxious part is the Tamsin part. So I'd rather just like nip it in the bud and go after the Tamsin part, and then it's fine that the deck can be strong and you can do fun self-damage things, because that is a cool mechanic, but just without like it being so hopeless, afterwards. Is Pokemon TCG meta about Palkia and Lost Box still? More about Palkia lately than it has been in a while. I think like late Shrouded Fable and early Stellar Crown was very Palkia heavy. Like Palkia made this big comeback, but I think it's kind of winding back down again. You get my question, little bro? Did I? I don't know. Where was it? But you didn't ask me a question. Yeah, I answered it. Crazy kid. I don't mind the Dark Lair card. I just don't want the reward to also be Control X with it and deal 30 damage every turn. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous that you just kind of get to win at a certain point. As an owner of Golden Hearthstone, I think it's the strongest card ever, needs to be nerfed. Fair enough. Do you also want more symmetrical effects to balance other obnoxious cards, i.e. Reno? I hope we don't get that change on Reno, honestly. Because, like, it's still going to be just as annoying. Okay, good. For a second I thought my internet had crashed. But it's going to be just as annoying when the Reno does it to you. But now it's just gonna feel worse to play, right? Like, to me, that's a spite change. If you want it to be a symmetrical Reno effect, that's just like, well, it does it to me, it should do it to them too. You know, like, for me, I want to have fun playing, right? And for, you know, I need them to not do that to me, right? So, anyways, like, I'd rather it be a board clear than be a, you know, I can never play any dormant minion ever. Like, the entire point of the dormant function is to dodge removal, and having something ubiquitous like Reno hit dormant things just kind of like removes that strategy, like removes that design space. So I'm hoping what happens is they take the effect away, and if it ends up being symmetrical, I'm gonna be like, okay, I don't care. It's a change of all time. I guess I killed that. I don't know. Reno only needs to be reverted to get screwed by duplicates. That is also a spite change to me. Like, why wouldn't you just want the card to work in a way that it makes sense, right? Why does it have to be an absurdly stupid, overpowered, unfun effect, but you can screw them over with an albatross, right? Like, I don't want to run albatross. I don't want to run the darkness. Those are terrible cards. So, like, why do we want that instead of just the effect making more sense? In my like I don't understand that change either. And it's not just one person, right? Like, that's a really popular, people just think like, well, I'm used to being able to turn it off forever with plagues, so let's just make it so that I can ruin them with plagues instead of reworking the absurd text on that card to be less absurd. I just don't like that. I don't see an upside in that. That's like, it just becomes even more polarizing. Now, when the Reno effect triggers, I'm still just as annoyed as I would be otherwise, but I also have to run garbage in my deck. And if I want to play Highlander, my stuff can just be turned off. Like, I can just happen to go up against a plague deck, and my payoff cards are all turned off for the whole game. So, like, I don't know, those changes don't make any sense to me. Like, why would they be so popular? Like, to me, I don't see why they would be, because there's doesn't seem to be any upside for anybody, in my opinion. Pounded Dune. Lone Ranger should destroy, not poof, not limit board, and cost 8. I would love that. I don't know what they'll do, because the timing of this Reno nerf makes me think they're changing it so the starships have potential. Yeah. Dear Lord Marshal of Boo Shire, the only thing the Hearthstone community wants is an Odin reverse. Yeah. Did I pound it, Dune? Pounded Dune. Sometimes I forget whether I pounded it or not right after I pound it. And it's very, very silly. Anyways, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I kind of wanted to remove this from the game, but like, my health total is so low, I'm scared. I always forget about this part. That's 8 armor, I can just ping it myself. Maybe you're right. That's just like, I realize I came off very scoldy there, but that's not like, for me, it's just like a bizarre phenomenon that I have trouble understanding why it's such a popular opinion. Which is like the effect that was the that's the like process of my conversation here, is to express that like I don't understand, I don't relate, it confuses me. So I don't mean to be like scoldy sounding, you know, you guys can like what you like, or like, you know, you can want what you want.
What to do?
I just don't relate. Huh. I could like make this and ping it. We could like make the taunt with light steel. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I can then play this and do that. Oh, it's Death Rattle, you get the thing, so never mind. I was thinking I would then trade into this, but yeah. It's fine, they won't actually rework it, they'll make it 11 mana. Oh, okay, yeah. Good deal. They should nerf the hero power. I guess that is on the table. But they could do that, couldn't they? I'm surprised content creators don't get all skins for free. League ones get most of theirs just for streaming. They used to give away some like portrait bundles, but I never got one that I can remember. I don't think I did. But yeah, it's been a minute. Alright, I'm gonna steal this first. I know this is bad for me mana spending wise, but like I want the Hex guy to have lots of health so they can't just get their Flesh Giant back. Do that, do that. Good deal. Yeah, like, I guess it would make sense, and like as a content creator, I'd like to, you know, I love free stuff, so lay it on me, but yeah, they don't. I peaked this season at rank 17 legend, and I am now rank 1301 legend. Nice. That's how it's done. 15. Is there a way I win ever? Okay, so I could go Lotheb to stop spells and Okani to stop minions, and then trade. Is that a plan? How do you guys like it? How do you guys like my plan? And then we can go hunting for like a Reno or something. So yeah, you can have this back. Oh, that'd be possibly nice for finishing things off, I suppose. If 15. Zeph gets Wind Fury Fireball and then ping was 31. Yeah, I think I went the right route, to be honest. In my opinion, people think duplicates change nerf is good nerf because of nostalgia, not actually thinking about balance and play patterns. I agree, and when I brought that up, I received quite a bit of pushback. I don't know. I completely, like, I think the only reason people want that change is because they're used to it. There would never have been a change that was suggested from the void. Like, people wouldn't have, like, what if we could shut off Reno cards? No, like, people would just, like, if there hadn't been a precedent of we can shut off Reno cards, people wouldn't want that change. I'm pretty confident. But yeah, people didn't, when I brought that back, when I brought that up,
There's simply nothing I can do.
I got a surprising amount of pushback on it, like I was being rude or something, or incorrect, or inconsiderate. People thought I was putting words in their mouths, but like I think it's true. I think like nobody would want that change if it wasn't something they were already used to. Oh, they got some pack mules. I hope all they can do is clear my board here. If they can like... like, how could they kill me from hand, right? Hi, Marshy. What's your favorite Naga and demon? My favorite demon is Jiraxis. My favorite Naga? Oh, Queen Ashara. Oh my. So, if I do the old swappy Sue, I'm at 8, 10, 12, 14. All right. Seems like lethal to me. Seems like lethal to me, chat. I don't know about you. You're Jiraxis, Scrumbus, Lord of the Potato Legion. Real and true.